curious, slightly subversive. Most paranormal investigations focus on cold spots and electromagnetic meters, trying to prove the supernatural. But ghost stories often serve a much more practical function. They are a community's unofficial system for collective memory. Take Denton, Texas, home to the University of North Texas. This historic college town has an unusually dense population of phantoms, forming a spectral archive that runs parallel to the town's actual history. While official civic records tend to be sanitized to present an idealized version of the past, folklore is created by the public. It is where a community stores its painful events, unsolved crimes, and the marginalized voices that have been excluded from the books. Across the streets and campus of Denton, there are 10 specific apparitions that show how this informal history is built and maintained. Every haunting is a site where the past refuses to stay buried, reflecting deep-seated anxieties and unresolved transitions of the people living there today. The darkest layer of local folklore centers on the old Alton Bridge. In August 1938, a successful black goat farmer named Oscar Washburn was reportedly abducted from his home and lynched by the Ku Klux Klan. The legend of the Goatman isn't just a campfire tale. It carries a specific moral weight. The spirit is said to exclusively prey upon the unsuspecting descendants of the Klan members who participated in the violence. This same theme of racial injustice reappears beneath the campus at Bruce Hall, where a spirit known as Boiler Room Bill is said to haunt the basement. Bill's origin is tied to the era of integration in the 1950s and 60s. He is described as a black maintenance worker, or perhaps one of the first students to integrate the university, who faced a fatal campaign of racial harassment in the Hall's mechanical corps. Despite his violent origin, Bill's modern manifestation is benevolent. He is frequently seen during move-in week wearing a maintenance jumpsuit, helping new students carry their heavy luggage to their rooms before vanishing. These stories ensure that the region's history of racial hostility remains an active part of the cultural conversation, existing in the present as a visible reminder of past hostility. Other legends reflect the rigid social anxieties of the past. In the 1950s, female students at Bruce Hall were subject to strict moral codes and the oversight of a notoriously unmerciful dean of women. This environment created the legend of Wanda, a student who became pregnant out of wedlock and, fearing the severe social consequences, hid herself in the A-wing attic. Wanda died in that attic alone. Today, her spirit is still reported as a silhouette staring down from a round window, a permanent fixture of a time when the university functioned as a moral gatekeeper. At the modern Student Union, the tone shifts to poltergeist activity. A spirit nicknamed Brandy is known for locking doors and scattering office equipment. Brandy's activity is widely believed to be the lingering presence of Virginia Carpenter. In 1948, the 21-year-old stepped off a train just like this one, took a taxi to Brackenridge Hall, the site where the Union now stands, and was never seen again. The disappearance sparked a massive investigation involving search dogs and aircraft, but it became one of the region's most enduring cold cases. When the justice system or the official record fails to provide closure, the community immortalizes the victim through folklore, ensuring their names and stories are not lost to time. Denton's rapid modernization has also created a phenomenon called residual hauntings, where architectural shifts seem to trap the energy of a demolished space. At the Murchison Performing Arts Center, ushers report a balcony watcher sitting in the theater late at night. The modern building was constructed over an old neighborhood, leaving the spirits of former residents tied to the land. In Bruce Hall, the elevator repairman is a phantom seen in a mechanic's jumpsuit, repeatedly attempting to fix a freight elevator that was permanently sealed in the early 1970s. These displaced entities are joined by institutional caretakers, ghosts who refuse to abandon their earthly responsibilities. John B. Denton is said to watch over the 1896 courthouse, while the lingering librarian patrols the stacks of the Emily Fowler Library, and a manager named Mr. Harrison is believed to bring good luck to showrunners at the campus theater. These guardians even have modern counterparts, like the third-floor boy at Willis Library. He roams the collaborative study spaces and is occasionally said to ask students for the library's Wi-Fi password. In a town undergoing constant disorienting growth, these specific ghosts provide a sense of continuity, anchoring the present to the foundations of the past. These 10 entities fall into 3 distinct clusters: the trauma of racial violence, the anxiety of social and moral failure, and the disorientation of rapid institutional change. From the violence at the old Alton Bridge to the obsolete elevator in the dorm, these stories reveal themselves as the town's collective subconscious, a way for a community to process the history it was never quite able to resolve. The next time you encounter a local ghost story, don't ask if it's real. Ask what history it is desperately trying